Gonna mic check. 1, 2. Mic check, note check. Beginning of the show check. Yo check, ho check. You got your dope yet? Good morning, everybody. This is Madame Rouge, if you didn't know. If you did know, this is Madame Rouge still, at the present time. So, I am actually breaking my own little rule here, and I'm making a video on a day that I said I wouldn't, and I'm talking about it out loud, which is kind of lame too. And I can't find my special tobacco that I pay a lot more money for than most people pay for tobacco. So I think this is just gonna be like a quick run through until Friday, because I'm writing a lot of ideas down as far as the show goes. For real, I am. I'm not just gonna come on here and sing a little ditty about Marshall Mathers. A little ditty about Marshall Mathers. A little ditty about Marshall Mathers. How many songs can I sing about Marshall Mathers? I bet I could think of a lot. Sorry. How many songs can I sing? How many songs can I sing about Marshall Mathers? I bet I could think about 1,000,000, and then after, 'cause he's a dude I'll never, he's a dude I'll never meet. He's someone I'll never see in real life. It's okay, 'cause that way he can't hurt me, and then he'll see that I should have rehearsed so I could have actually played a song that was decent. But I've just been working on that Neutral Milk Hotel song, the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Sorry about that. God, it's been a long time since I've actually sat and played the guitar, and I've only been practicing for about a week now, so I'm not really like up to par, like I'm used to be, like I'm used to being. This is basically what I have left from my trip to Portland. That includes clothing, makeup, everything. This is what I got. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm just here trying to put the word out that I am not Slim Shady, but I'm still back. I'm back. I went kind of crazy for a minute for good causes. You know, I have causes. I have many causes, and now I'm back here, and that's great. And I have a lot of ideas that I want to pull out on Friday. I would love to interview more artists and have more artists on my show, but all I'm working with right now is my laptop, so I can't really like walk around with it and have people like do their thing. I mean, I could, but I'm not willing to be a dumbass and walk around with my laptop, so even if it means that people are going to watch me write my screenplay at Starbucks. But So I'm trying to integrate as much as I can. And of course, I don't have a smartphone. I have a slow phone. And so there's no actual like camcorder on this thing. There's only a still camera because it's a dinosaur. But I'm trying to figure out ways to integrate not having to stay in the same venue and still trying to make the Madame Rouge show what it's going to be while I'm retaining a job where at a certain place. I don't want to say yet because I don't want to jinx myself, but like I know somebody who works somewhere that can get me a job, and the job would be to actually be on a microphone, convince people to do something that, something fun. It's at a certain casino. And then once they've done it, I interview them about how they feel about that. And then would be just a wonderful start for my career. Like, I'd be so appreciative of that. Like, I'm realistic, like, I may seem unrealistic, I may seem a little eccentric or crazy, but, deep down inside, I'm sorry to say, I'm not really a train wreck. And I do actually have some information that is worthwhile, and I'm worthwhile, and you're worthwhile. And I actually did this mostly because I did want to talk about Amy Winehouse. Now, I know, shut up, whatever, everybody's talking about it, but all I have to say is this. I don't care if she was a drug addict. I don't care if she was a fucking, if she never, if she kicked a dog. I don't care. It doesn't change the fact that she's human and that we shouldn't be, like, having bets on when she's gonna die and, oh, I won the Xbox because I guessed when Amy Winehouse was gonna die first, and then glorifying her death is even worse because, I mean, oh, because she did drugs, because she partied hard, meant that she deserved to die more so than anyone else who deserves a chance at life. I don't agree with that at all. The fact that, you know, we're all human here and we all deserve as much of a chance. Now, granted, there are people on this earth that have done some messed up things, but it's not up to us as human beings to decide, like, to have a fucking heyday on other people's misfortunes. And I think it does take something actually having to happen to you personally, which is really sad, but it does, for you to understand that it's just not cool to laugh about things like that, and it's not cool to, to make jokes, and it's not cool to like, mock it. And I think that people need to lay up on her a little bit and give her family some, like, actual time to mourn. Like, just because somebody's famous doesn't mean that they can emotionally handle anything more than you can or I can or anyone else can, famous, rich, whatever the hell it was. She got to a point in her life where she couldn't function. Now, I definitely wouldn't decide to, drink and take medication and do all these things, but I made those decisions in the past. Lucky I lived through them. Too bad she didn't, It's sad. There's another Jew up there now, or down there, wherever you must believe, I don't know. And that's pretty much the extent of it. I think, other than that, everybody needs to just kind of fucking lay the fuck off and let people mourn, because people are people no matter what they do for a living, how much money they make, or what they ever did in their past, Everybody deserves the same chance at life. You are not better than anybody else. Don't think you are, because you're not. And nobody is more deserving or better than you are. So don't let anybody ever tell you that you were less, at the same case. So, I'm sure the people watch, people have opinions, of course. You're watching, you have an opinion now. I could sit here and say, you don't exist to me in my world because you're on my channel, and that's pretty much the way that I feel when people are saying that she's less deserving of dying. It's like, okay, well, how far can we take this, It's like, you're you're sitting in the shadows and I'm in the world here, and I guess if you died, nobody would really care. Nobody really knows who you are, huh? And if I died, they'd be like, oh damn, Madame Rouge died. So just because of these things, we can't level ourselves, and in this world, you can't do that. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want, go ahead, but that's at the risk of your own subhumanity, and I don't fucking care. Makes no difference in my world except for it fuels a fire that it keeps fueling the fire that's been burning, that allows me to do what I'm doing right now, which is speaking to you with my real face, and always speaking to you with my real face, and never showing any falsities. You know, I talked to my counselor today, and you know, that was one thing that we talked about, where she looked at me and she was like, Kim, you're just an open book. Like, you could never lie to me, or you could never try to, because it's just too obvious. I mean, you know, I'm like, you know, and you know, I kind of didn't like that comment, because, you know, that's like putting your guard down or whatever, you know, you gotta, it was like, you know, my guard was down. I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I am a bad liar. And then she said, oh, well, it's a good thing to be an open book, because then, you know, I know that you're always going to tell me the truth, and you're going to be honest. So really, when it comes down to, on this whole channel, whether I'm joking, whether I'm not, to me, it all comes down to just being truthful about being a human. Now, how far, now, like, where you want to take that is also your decision, but the decision I made was, yeah, I'm going to wear this face, and this is going to be the way it is forever, and however I may change with the times, I'm going to change, but I will never pretend that, you know, things are something that they're not, and I'm never going to try to delude myself with objects or religion or food or things that people get caught up in, and try to use as excuses to not face life, and do that every second of the day, and to be who you are for real. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have setbacks, because I have them, and I'm only human, but it means that I'm going to consciously try as hard as I can. So I guess I'm just here to say that I'm sorry that Amy Winehouse died. It's tragic for everybody except her, and I'm working on playing some songs on the guitar that obviously I'll practice first, and look forward to more artists on my show. I think I might have somebody come on the show today if they can if their flaky ass can make it over here in time. Then we might have a double feature. Anyways, enjoy your day and night, and I will be back. Madame Rouge, you know who it is, and you know where to go.